We left the office and picked up Trap, who yawned and stretched. "We can go now," he said. "I've meditated enough for one day." Poppy tied the enormous jar to the roof of her all-terrain vehicle. We piled in, and she drove down a bumpy dirt road. "Don't worry, Mr. Stilton," she said. "You're in good paws with wild rat adventures." I wanted to interrupt and tell her that my name is Stilton with a T, but she was talking too fast. "I will find your red falcon, or my name isn't Poppy Sprightly," she boasted. "But if you ask me, Mr. Stilton, we should drop this enormous jar. It will slow us down." Maybe the heat was getting to me, but I kind of freaked out. "My name is Stilton with a T," I yelled, "and I cannot get rid of that enormous jar, or my grandfather will have my whiskers." Trap winked at her. "Don't pay any attention to him, Miss Sprightly," he said. "He's just a little excited." Poor me, I didn't even have Trap on my side. Fortunately, they both stopped bugging me because we had arrived at the foot of Cathedral Rock. "Get your paws ready, gentle mice," Poppy said as she got out of the vehicle. "The best is yet to come." Trap and I got out and strapped the enormous jar to my back. I looked up at the tall rock silhouetted against the sky. Just the thought of climbing to the top made me feel as clammy as cold cheese sauce. "Excuse me, Miss Sprightly, but do we really need to go all the way to the top?" I asked. "I'm not sure I can make it." She slapped me on the back so hard that I almost toppled over. "Don't worry, Stilton," she said. "If you don't make it, I'll arrange a nice little funeral for you. Feel better now?" That did not make me feel better, but I had no choice. I took a deep breath and followed Poppy and Trap up the steep trail. Trap whistled as he climbed, light as a feather, and Poppy sprightly scurried up the trail very quickly. Well, sprightly, just like her name. I slowly plodded along. The enormous jar felt heavier and heavier with each step. I couldn't keep up, and soon I lost sight of both of them. Once in a while, I would hear Poppy call from the top of the trail. "Hurry up, Stilton, soon it will be night, and we won't be able to find the falcons." Poppy still thought we were looking for birds, but I had my eyes peeled for the red bandit. Then Poppy scrambled down the trail, handing me her binoculars. "Look, Stilton," she commanded. "I found a red falcon." I sighed. "Poppy, I keep trying to tell you I'm not looking for a red falcon. I'm looking for—" "Just look," she said impatiently, thrusting the binoculars in front of my eyes. Through the lenses, I saw an annoyed-looking red falcon in her nest. I was about to complain to Poppy again when I noticed something far, far in the background. Excited, I focused the lenses. In the distance, I saw an elderly rodent riding a horse. The rodent wore a hat that looked just like my grandfather's. "Holy cheese," I cried, "it's the red bandit!" I had finally found my grandfather's friend. "We've got to get to the valley fast," I shouted. "The red bandit is down there." Sprightly ripped the binoculars out of my paws. "Stilton, you're so silly," she said. "Why didn't you tell me you were looking for the red bandit?" I couldn't believe my ears. The only way to get to that valley is to climb," she said. Then she started pulling equipment out of her pack and attaching it to me. Microfiber pants and a shirt, a helmet, a harness, a belt with hooks, and a rope. "But I'm not a professional climber," I protested. "I'm a professional scaredy mouse." "Don't worry, you'll be fine, I think," Poppy said. "You look like a strong mouse, sort of, and I'll hold on to the rope up here, if I can. Just take nice long bounces down the rocks." "Bounces?" I asked. That didn't sound very safe. "And what about the enormous jar of chocolate cheese spread?" Poppy strapped the enormous jar to my back. "Hopefully it'll break on the way down," Poppy said. "And don't worry about your grandfather having your whiskers. You won't have any whiskers to worry about if you don't get down the mountain safely." I looked over the edge of the cliff. I took a deep breath, getting ready, when suddenly, "Go!" Poppy yelled. Then she pushed me off the side of the cliff. "Help!" I screamed. "Remember to bounce, Stilton," Poppy called out. "I'll see you back in Sedona." I bounced down the side of the mountain, gripping the rope tightly in my paws. With every hop, I was sure the enormous jar would crush me. It was truly an extreme adventure.